We're now going to lace the spokes into the hub, and we start off with 3 spokes. Now throughout this exercise we'll be referring to a top flange and a bottom flange, and when we turn the hub over at different times, this becomes the top flange and this becomes the bottom flange. So we start off with 3 spokes in the bottom flange, like so, leaving 1 spoke hole between each. Then we get another 3 spokes and we put them in the top flange. You'll notice that the holes in the top flange are offset exactly half a hole to the bottom flange. The reason that the flanges are offset exactly half a hole will become very obvious in a few moments when we start lacing the wheel and truing the wheel. That spoke there is slightly to the right of that one. If we put it in the next hole around, it would end up on slightly to the left of one of these spokes, which is wrong. It's important that it's slightly to the right of the 3 in the bottom. We need 3 in the bottom and then 3 in the top. It'll become more obvious as we do it, that are slightly to the right of the ones in the bottom when they're all hanging down like that. So you can see that this one is slightly to the right of that one, this one is slightly to the right of this one, and so on. And that'll continue all the way around. And then we turn the hub on its side like that, and then we grab hold of those spokes, and what we've done is create a handle. Change hands, and then we carry on filling both flanges every second hole. We fill the bottom one first simply because it's easier to fill the bottom and then do the top. If you try and do it the other way around, it just gets awkward. Now you'll notice that the heads are poking up with these spokes, and from now on throughout this operation they'll be called heads up spokes. What we do now is to hang the spokes down like that. Now we've done half the spokes. What we do now is we turn it up the other way. So our heads up spokes have now become heads down, and all these will just sit here nicely for us. Now we're going to fill both flanges the other way around. Those holes are available to be filled, and we just fill them up from the other direction as best we can. But once again, we use the bottom flange first, it's a lot easier. And if we've counted correctly, we'll have no spokes left over. So now we've got 36 spokes in there. As we look at them, 18 are heads up and 18 are heads down. What we need to do now is to pick up half of them at a time, like this. And then we hang the other half down, so we get something that looks like that. And we don't have to be too particular about whether we've got exactly half in each hand, but approximately will do. And then I use this table that I've been using for decades. It has a hole drilled in the middle of it, and the axle goes into that hole.